Johnny Manziel began just 2 games as a Browns rookie in 2014. Photo, Ken Blaze, USA Nowadays Sports. As soon as Johnny Manziel tends to make his anticipated return to the Cleveland Browns later this month after an extended stay at a rehabilitation facility, it may well seem like life is back to normal. But what Johnny Football has most likely discovered in the course of his therapy and what his coaches, teammates and team officials must comprehend is that the genuine perform is just starting for their young quarterback. How uncomplicated is it going to be for him to put his recovery initially? Because if he does not put his recovery first, and I mean over almost everything, over football, over anything he has going on in his life, he'll shed it all, former Tampa Bay Buccaneers center Randy Grimes said in a phone interview with USA Now Sports this week. Grimes now works as an interventionist at Behavioral Wellbeing of the Palm Beaches, the facility where he sought therapy for addiction to prescription tablets 6 years ago. USA Today. Johnny Manziel plays golf but status nonetheless unclear. Whether or not they're athletes or not, you often worry about sending individuals back into the same chaotic atmosphere that got them right here, added Grimes. Whatever those triggers might be, they are waiting for you when you get out. Neither Manziel's camp nor the Browns have publicly commented about the reason that led the former Heisman Trophy winner to seek assist in late January. But his notorious penchant for partying followed him from Texas A&M to the Browns, who chosen him with the 22nd choice of the 2014 draft. His well-documented escapades in the last year alone incorporated swigging champagne from a bottle when floating on an inflatable swan in a nightclub pool, slurring his words even though speaking into a stack of cash intended to resemble a telephone, a disturbance with a fan in the lobby of his Cleveland apartment developing hours ahead of the team traveled to a road game in November and missing a walkthrough and treatment session for his injured hamstring right after throwing a party at his condo on the final weekend of the normal season. Combined with significant on-field struggles, these issues made Manziel's rookie year a total bust. USA Right Now. Cornwell, Jameis Winston not prepared to be an NFL player off the field. So it was no surprise when one particular of the Browns' most respected veteran leaders, perennial Pro Bowl left tackle Joe Thomas, not too long ago told ESPNCleveland.com that Manziel, in all probability, lost a lot of trust from his teammates. But Manziel's choice to check into rehab option, Cleveland coach Mike Bettini and general manager Ray Farmer have mentioned Manziel produced on his own, devoid of prodding from the team, and the truth he remained in his treatment program for more than 2 months really should give a valuable avenue to earning back the confidence of the locker room and front office. Manziel has begun making public appearances just after weeks of silence. He played golf last weekend with his father in Shreveport, La, and showed up at a hospital this week to pay a visit to, documented by patients' social media accounts. But Manziel's true re-entry into the genuine world post-remedy will take place when the Browns open their off-season exercise program April 20. He should really expect the transition to be jarring, according to former NFL wide receiver Vance Johnson, now 19 months sober himself immediately after struggling with alcoholism, which dates back to the start-off of his pro profession in 1985. Johnson even drank himself into a coma quite a few years ago. But if rehab worked for Manziel, Johnson mentioned, he'll be unrecognizable. And that is not a terrible issue. For the win. Retiring safety Triple Emalu was the most important Steeler of the final decade. He's going to be so unique that he's not going to be the very same player. He's either going to be far better than he was, or he's going to be worse due to the fact of the items he has to face, and that is my fear for him, stated Johnson, who now assists physically trained recovering addicts at Behavioral Health of the Palm Beaches. He's going to be a whole diverse man. He'll see now that addiction either produced him more brave on the field and not care and not assume for the reason that of the reckless lifestyle, or he's going to be a Peyton Manning and go to a whole new level. It's not going to be an in-between. By signing veteran quarterback Josh McCown in February, the Browns shouldn't have to rush to identify what sort of player Manziel is at this stage. There will likely be some stress for Manziel to progress in place of the substantial investment the group made in him. But the challenge now for Bettini, Farmer and even owner Jimmy Haslam is to balance Manziel's new off-field reality with their wish to assess him as a player. The pride and the ego that expert athletes have exactly where they assume that they're usually in handle of almost everything, that hurts us particularly when it comes to recovery. Simply because in recovery we never have any manage, Grimes stated. I feel the Browns are going to see a diverse person when he gets back in that locker area. He's going to have much more self-awareness, he's going to just be a distinctive Johnny Manziel. And I look forward to seeing who that guy is when he comes back immediately after going by means of this course of action.